Hello, friends. Oh, my. What a busy and happy day I have been having here in my basement workshop, formerly a funeral home, my house. My house was a funeral home after it was a boarding house 121 years ago. Oh goodness, I've got Howard Dvorsky on the line. Hi, Howard. What a pleasure to have you with me today. Who else is on there? Ian Cooper from Wappa, Canada, Ohio, or somewhere thereabouts. I know, Ian, you live over there, a little ways out. You can see over my head, I've put up the process boards from the development of this shape on lifeskateboard.com. Life Skateboards, this is the scallop. I've been great, Howard Dvorsky. I have to say, I am very, Ian's from Marion, right. I am very happy. I just cannot complain. And we're not talking about a manic swing here. I don't have that. I take B vitamins and D vitamins every day. I'm level. I'm level as a Kansas plain. But you can see the process boards. I've put them up from this bad boy, and I set this up today. And pleased as punch that my 9-inch trucks on this, I got A66s on it. They are beautifully within the board line. I love my trucks to be within the board line. And I'm going to actually do a quick measurement because I think that technically my rear wheels... Ian Cooper, I'm about to order a twin complete. So stoked to see you on here again. I want to go pick it up next week, and I want to be there too. So at the trucks, we've got 9 inches. Unbelievable. Guys, really good refinement. At the back of the trucks, over the rear truck line, we've got 8.5. So this scallop, this last scallop line here, cuts from 9 inches plus. It's actually here right behind the tips. It's 9.5. Then it's 9. And then here it's back to 8.5. That's a nice... really nice job that Sam did refining the tail that I had built into something that works with a 9-inch truck, because it also works with an 8.5-inch truck or an 8.75. So I always think in terms of independent trucks. I grew up on those. So it would fit a Indy 159. It would 169 at 9.1 inches, 159 at 8.75, and at 149 at 8.5. It would fit all three of those. And and Chris Castle, I see you on here. Hi, Chris, out of Indianapolis. Chris is down to step it up to a 9-inch board. I think it's an unregrettable move if you are a skateboarder who appreciates your setup's dimensions. Sizing up is a trend I see that I don't think is a fashion trend. I think that sizing up is actually increases stability. I think that as we age or as we just are young, we like ourselves a little bit more stability. And what we lose through the weight, I add more weight to my board in my truck choice. And although independent trucks are not terribly light and Aces are not terribly heavy, Indies are not terribly heavy. Some Thunders weigh more than Indies, yada, yada, blah, blah, hollow kingpins, titanium alloys. Almost all of it is just smoke. My wheel choices, I run with a full 60 millimeter wheel anytime I can. And that's a sign of my era. My double kick flips that I've never done might go away. There you go. Someone's cutting the fat off it already. The ability to sustain speed per push, the ability to go over pebbles and irregularities on a larger diameter. I mean, I'm not meaning to tech geek out here, but I love big wheels. And also coming from the 80s, I can cone them down, switch them around, and they last longer. Howard Dvorsky says, I add a lot of weight to my board every time I step on it. That's great. I'm fluffier than I've been in a while, and I'm perfectly happy. I couldn't be happier I just am happy to be alive and walking. I'm definitely not doing any 900s this week. And I don't mind a bit. I'm about to go skateboarding. 3 o'clock today, I'm going to head out to the skate park in Coleraine, Ohio. It's a Cincinnati neighborhood called Coleraine. The park is called Clippard Park. And this is great. You guys are in a comment. You guys are doing a comment section that is so fun to watch. I wish that I could get these comments onto YouTube. That's where all these videos go, and that's where eventually, I have some goals for my media. Right now, we're just doing this. Right now we're doing this. We're going to get into multiple camera angles and make-throughs and craft approach and things like that. We have some exciting stuff coming up planned in April. We have a special guest coming to the workshop. Not a big famous skateboarder from the 80s or anything, but a good friend and a new rep for Life Skateboards will be coming to the shop with a board idea that he'd like to see. And go have a great day at work, Ian Cooper. Thanks for joining us. This will be on YouTube for you later. We can have a visitor here, and we're going to work through a shape that they would like to see Life Skateboards make because they think it'd be a rad shape. So our reps, our volunteers in the field out there promoting Life Skateboards can actually come and prototype a shape. Then that rep and I are going to go to Muncie, Indiana together, and we're going to make that through. And our rep is going to go all the way through the line with Bryce and do boards from beginning to end. I'm just going to give the rep to Bryce, and they're going to work with Bryce for a whole cycle worth of days work. And then that rep, having touched every bit of the process and having originated a shape themselves, is going to be able to go back to their area. And our reps don't sell boards. Our reps introduce you to our boards. So you might see a rep and they'll have a stack of Life Skateboards like I do. I'm technically a rep, although I'm the cat wrangler of all of our reps. So you see, we show up with a stack of boards and we'll go, yeah, we make this. This is a 9-inch popsicle. It's radical and awesome. And we make this. It's a 8.5-inch popsicle, and it's radical and awesome. And we'll go all the way through. Here's a little skinny 1990s shape there. Here is a pan head. This is nice. It's got a 14.5 wheelbase or 7.5. Let's see, I've got 14 point. Let's see what it's got. It's got a 14.75 wheelbase pan head. It's radical. It's awesome. And we've got here's a 8. This is an 8.5. It was an 8.25. The other one is a popsicle. It's awesome. And then this one, of course, the Tour de Force. This guy is the most true football shape ever. This is the football, and that is iconic. Fun for someone who likes to 3-flip and backtail slide and kickflip backtail slide from the 90s. It's good stuff. And you will show you those boards, and a person will say, "Oh, that's radical and awesome." And then we, as the rep goes, "Oh, you think that's radical and awesome? Oh, so do we. We also want you to know that the fun doesn't stop there. You go on lifeskateboard.com, and the rep will hand them a little card with a QR code, and they can snap the card and go shop and look at all the other stuff. And our reps, they might carry a bunch of boards like this, and they're more museum pieces and show. Of course, people want to snag a board right there, and they can go on the site and complete the sale just like that. But that is fun because not only made in America, but it's not a factory process. It's a craft process all the way down to these lino cut graphics that stand off the wood. Almost, what do they call that? Embossed? This is everything that I was up to with Fickle Skateboards. And in fact, we're redoing the Fickle graphic like that. We're cutting out Life Skateboards. I know it's backward. I'm getting to where I can read backward by doing these. Again, this is our low-tech start of the fun. But yeah, we really are. We're really everything I was after with Fickle Skateboards alone, and Sam was alone too, and 2 hours away from one another. We both were working ourselves to the bone, you know. And now together we're able to reach a huge amount of people with a great board making capacity. I mean, I'm having a blast. So when someone asks me how I'm doing, I mean, I'm really having a good time over here, a very good time. And you guys probably know that yesterday I went and did one of those jobs I do. I bet you can hear the dryer over there going. And that's another facet that we'll probably wind up not doing in the future, you know, like probably not have a whole bunch of whatever, man, I'm just here. But I did a job, and I'll be backing off my other job because I've got already a list of 8 regional reps that we're going to be you're going to be able to talk to about Life Skateboards. We'll be inviting them all to come here, and I'll put them up, as many as need to or want to come here, and I'll put them up here, and we'll design shapes together and because our reps most of them are like, they're like the naughty uncles and grandfathers, not naughty uncles, but like they're like the gnarly uncles and grandfathers of skateboarding who just get it, that this is about fun and playing with toys. And thank you, Howard. Howard says he's glad it's moving along so well for us. Well, I'll tell you, it's been nice to be able to scoop up some of my old friends, Jason Wren, Chad Crawford. We have more that we'll be introducing you to over the next couple of months. But it's exciting to be able to see these folks get stoked and to develop a brand that is. I mean, the authenticity of this process and the quality of this product they're inspiring. It's inspiring. It makes me want to skate. It makes me feel like going out and wrecking things, and in a good way, wrecking my apathy. So, it's really, really gratifying. So, you know, I'm having a great morning, a great day. I guess it's getting toward 2:00. I got to find something to eat besides hard-boiled eggs. I will eat hard-boiled eggs for every single meal if you don't throw something else in front of me. I'm ridiculous. You know who also likes himself some eggs? I pickle them. I put them in pickle juice. They're not really pickled, but they're in pickle juice. Baby Yoda was doing that too. And you know what? I appreciate having something in common with the little Grogu dude, little Baby Yoda. I saw that. Did you guys watch The Mandalorian? I really enjoyed The Mandalorian. I thought that was really fun. Kind of a Western feel to it. I thought that was a classy way to do that. That's Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Those guys, I didn't like Star Wars anymore. You know, I'm 1977 Star Wars, man. I was there, dude. Saw it in the theater as a little 4-year-old kid. And the lightsabers, man, oh, that was radical. I mean, I was there. I can't imagine what it's like to grow up where that's all just normal. But anyway, so memory laning on Star Wars is not what I'm really interested in. But seeing the Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni Star Wars has been pretty cool. I like that. Not an action figure guy or anything, not a collector, but stoked. Also not a skateboard collector, but I am stoked to see that progression up there. How's the offspring doing? How did he weather the storm? Had so much fun skating with him the other day. My son Seth is at Texas State University, friends, and he's studying wildlife management. And he has been scooped up by the Austin friends over there, and just thanks to Jason Wren. The day before the storm rolled in, he had already scheduled to spend time with my brother and his family up in Wichita Falls, Texas, Oklahoma border. So he drove out in his little blueberry car. He drove out and made his way up to Wichita Falls the day before the storm rolled in. And then the storm hit. He was going to come back, and the storm hit. And up in Wichita Falls, they didn't lose power, and he was safe and sound. And it makes me feel, I have emotions right now because I know that a lot of people really suffered And a lot of the fellow students really suffered. There was no heat. There was no running water on the campus. And I know that the students were cold and afraid. And I am so happy it's over. I am so happy it's over. I also heard that there was a death toll from the storm, and I'm just deeply saddened by that. But Seth, then they closed the school, and he just stayed. And my brother is a really cool dude. We're very different to each other, but he's a really cool dude. He's an engineer, and he's smart with math. I'm very poor with math. And my brother picked him up and just kept him, and with the cousins, they got 3 sons, just a great time. And my sister-in-law, they're just such kind, giving people, and they actually like my son, which makes everything different. They actually like the kid. So he's not a kid, he's 19, he's a man. In my book, you're done. I am now not your coach, I'm your friend. I'll do the coaching, man. But seriously, kids are cooked by about 17, 18 years old. And then, then it's just, what are you going to put on them for icing if a kid were a cake? So he had a great time staying with family. He was safe. He was warm. He was fed. He had water. And I'm so grateful for all that. Watching that storm go through was heartbreaking. And hopefully it won't happen for another 100 years. But I think it'd be great if we were all ready for it, if it happened next year, which is, I'm actually going to make some changes here based on that, looking at putting in a supplemental wood stove in the basement, looking at a little extra insulation in the place. I'm not a big generator guy, but I think a generator would be a good addition. They cost a lot of money for month-to-month economies. I live a pretty month-to-month economy here, so I don't have great big prepper dreams of a bunker or and everyone makes fun of a bunker, but if I could have one, I'd get one. I got no stones to throw at a guy who has a bunker. Must be nice. I know a guy who's got he's got like 3 or 2 50 caliber machine guns. He's got his class 3 license, and he's got, they stand on tripods. Like, he's got property with 50 cals on it. It's crazy. Yeah, Howard, I was tracking with you guys, and I saw that you did okay. And I'm actually afraid to talk about it. I'm afraid to hear that some folks were really wrecked by it. I'm afraid someone died. I can't handle that. And keep I can't keep a straight face on here if I hear that people have died. What I really also recognize is the fear and the pain and how time slows down for people. And I've been in situations that cause time to slow down for me, and being too cold is frightening. I do know that a child died from being too cold, and being too cold is just an awful, awful thing. I hope everyone is, people are not, though. They're not okay. So, an Archie bunker. Howard wouldn't mind an Archie bunker in his house. I'd mind an Archie bunker in my house. I had one. My father-in-law. He's passed on to the next side. And I did enjoy having him. But he was Archie bunker. He even looked like Archie bunker. Oh, gee. Guys, friends. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. It is only February, today's 25th. I don't know, it's not telling me. 25th today. And I'm going to go skateboarding in 1 hour. So I'm going to jump off of here. I'm going to go sit on the couch for a minute before my friend gets here. Hey, Jake Dyer. And I'm going to go watch some Shredmaster Keith or some crispy NYC footage. These light-footed street rippers just stoke me out when they skate LES, Lower East Side Skate Park, and they're so light-footed, and they hit that metal grate wall fence thing. It's so beautiful. And then I'm going to go skate and enjoy. I'm going to push around, recognizing I'm a geriatric case to some degree, and take it easy. I'm going to bang up my board and just have a reasonable to relatively good time. thanks for spending time with me. Those of you who've been on this live Facebook video, and those of you who watch this on my YouTube channel. It's supposed to be Captain Lou. I've noticed YouTube is having a hard time switching it from Happy Little Skateboards with Lou Ross, which was impossible, to Smetek. Hey, who are you, dude? Are you from my high school, homie? Dude, did a high school person just get on here? From 35 years ago? I'm going to check that out. Because if you are a high school friend, that's super cool, man. That's super cool. Man, I was not a... Anyway, high school was a long time ago. Well, I'm humbled we get to spend time together. You can catch these on YouTube. Enjoy them. We're going to stay in this format for a little while longer, and then we're going to play around with multiple camera angles and get ourselves a proper camera and some other stuff. And I've got a couple of young bucks that want to edit for me and do some video projects. But this is Captain Lou for Life Skateboards here. Definitely keep tracking. There are really cool developments in the works, and it's going to be a fun spring. I hope you guys are looking forward to a fun spring. It's coming. Hey, everybody, if it's rough right now, you matter. You matter tremendously. You know, words can't touch how much you matter. And I want you to stick around and go through this and let it shape you and let it form things in you you did not even know could be formed in you. Courageousness and toughness that you didn't know are within you. Allow what you're going through to form those things in you. And I know that's a big ask, and I would consider it a great blessing if you would take those words seriously if you're going through hard times. I think that it's a cheap sort of thing to say I love you, but I do care about the people who are watching these things. I want good things for you, and I want you to discover good things. So hang in there if you're having a really hard time, and check in on the people that you love, and check in on the people that you hate. And the people who hate you. Check in on people. Check in. People are hurting. Be good to each other. Give it a shot. And I will be back soon, probably today. A little skateboarding going on. Who knows? We might do a little live feed from the park or something like that. Thanks for being with me. Captain Lou for Life Skateboards, out.